And you told Sophie?
I thought she'd see it on Twitter.
Okay.
She's around. She'll be
Cool.
Okay, here we go. Okay, and welcome to the Desk of Lady Ada Hackaday Pi Zero Edition.
Hey, hello, hackers and hacklets and other Hackaday viewers. Welcome to our minus one, or maybe number 0, depending on how you want to start counting the if video for this new contest that we're doing this month with Hackaday. We've got some free prizes that you could win if you submit a cool project. I'm sure you have cool projects in mind, so why not get something for free for it? I'm going to be talking about this fun contest.
That's right. This also solves the problem of how can I get a Pi Zero when there are no Pi Zeros. We're going to be able to get 10 to people all together. Donate to Pi Zero, Lady Ada.
Yeah, sorry, this is my only one. There's not that many out there. We really aren't hoarding them. We ship out hundreds at a time when we do have them in stock. But we did snag 10.
But what is a Pi Zero, Lady Ada, for the people who want to know?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to talk about that. So this contest is for designing a project, and you will win a Raspberry Pi Zero as a result. And the Raspberry Pi Zero is the latest, greatest, smallest, slimmest, and most fun-sized Raspberry Pi computer. Thank you for the large, lovely photo. The Raspberry Pi computer is a single board computer. It does need a power supply, a 5-volt power supply, and it needs a micro SD card with a Linux operating system installation on it. But other than that, it's a full computer. And it really is a full computer. Now, it's not gonna, be able to steam the coolest, awesomest games, but it is a computer. You can run a web browser, you can do internet stuff with it, you can toggle GPIOs, you can connect a keyboard, a mouse, a monitor, or display, a TV. You can have audio in or out. You can do quite a lot with it. I mean, you can run a graphical interface if you'd like, or you can use a text command mode. So for those of you who have used Linux before, this is familiar. It's just a very, very small Linux computer. It's so small that you could put it in a pack of gum. For those of you who've never used Linux before, this is an excellent time to learn. Linux is a lightweight operating system, very much like the Mac or Windows or Amiga or whatever operating system you're using right now, Chrome OS, which is a type of Linux actually as well, if you have a Chromebook, that you're actually already running Linux under the hood. And what makes Linux really great is it's a free operating system. You don't have to pay Apple or Microsoft for it, so that's kind of nice. You can download it. It's also open source in that you can modify it, get download hacks and changes, write your own code for it. There's thousands and thousands of software packages that come with it. They can do all sorts of cool stuff. We just posted a tutorial on how to do speech, text-to-speech on Raspberry Pi. So there's free software that you basically give it an audiobook, give it text, and it will read it out as if it was an audiobook. So these are kind of the projects that you can do, and we'll cover much more of those projects in the coming weeks. But this little computer runs at, I believe it's 700 megahertz, and it's overclocked to about a gigahertz. It has a single core ARM processor on it. It has a 40-pin connector with 26-ish GPIOs, maybe 30 GPIOs. Has a micro SD slot where you can put the operating system. You'll need to burn one on, but we'll show you how to do that in one of the videos. Has a mini HDMI connector, which can do video up to 1080p as well as audio at the same time. So you could run a version of Linux that does a media center PC type interface. You can stream videos, no problem. It has one micro USB connector. There's two of them. They look deceptively similar, but one is only for power. So you'd plug that into, you can power from your computer or laptop, or you can power it from your cell phone charger. Although you'd want to get a good cell phone charger. And then the USB port in the middle, you can connect a on-the-go hub or an on-the-go adapter to connect a keyboard or mouse or a USB webcam or a thermal printer or an external hard drive, really anything you could possibly want, a Wi-Fi, Ethernet adapter can go to the USB. It's a full USB connection. It's very small. I don't remember the dimensions off the top of my head, so let me get my calipers. I want to make sure I get it right. I think it's 65 millimeters by like 30 millimeters, but I will use technology to give you the exact number.
The show after this is from the shelf of Lady Ada.
Yeah. Let me see. It is, in fact, 65 millimeters by 30 millimeters by 5 millimeters. So it's quite slim and quite small. It could be used for wearable projects or embedded projects. I mean, one of my projects I really liked is somebody put one of these inside of a Super Nintendo controller and made it into a full game emulator. Just plugged in an HDMI cable and it would play game emulation on your TV. So, I mean, there's really a world of possibilities for projects you can build with this miniature little computer. And of course, there's thousands of projects and dozens of books and magazines that will that cover projects that you can do with the Raspberry Pi.
Okay, so with that being said, there is the Hackaday contest.
Yes.
Yeah, so get a pie.
You don't need a pie to enter the contest.
From this lady.
This lady will give you a pie.
Yeah,
That's
so
me.
The origins, really quick, of Hackaday. This is a site that I started a million years ago, and it was when I was the second author at Engadget, and I wanted to have a place online and solely online for Hackaday, a cool, clever project, hack, mod, whatever is interesting to someone who's currently doing technology and thinks technology should be something that works for us and should be modified and on our terms.
Did you think you would have more than one Hackaday, or was it really
yes, eventually, yeah.
But you wanted to start with just one Hackaday.
Yeah. So it was just easier to deal with. So the contest rules are as follows. Do you want to read it off?
I will read them off, sure. And I have it on my screen too.
Yeah,
So Hackaday and Adafruit. That's basically you and me.
Yeah.
We're a team. Are teaming up to bring you the Pi Zero contest. Unless you've been hiding out in your workshop for the last month or two, you probably know the Pi Zero is the $5 Linux-based computer. That's why it's so popular. It's $5, so we sell quite a few of them when we have them in stock.
I should mention one thing. I have nothing to do with Hackaday anymore. The logo is still the same.
I know, but you're like my spirit Hackaday.
I like what they've done, and I really like the team specifically. I really like the work that Sophie's doing right now, so shout out to Sophie.
Sophie, you rock. Okay, so do you have a great project for a single board computer? Enter for a chance to take home one of $300 gift certificates to the Hackaday store, which is awesome. We know zeros have been hard to find, so we'll be giving away 10 of them before the contest is over. Even if you don't have a Pi Zero, read on. See, you can enter the contest and win a thing to make more things, to enter the contest to win a gift certificate. Okay, so the goal of this project is the goal of this contest is to get cool projects documented on Hackaday.io, which is the totally awesome project site on Hackaday. It's a place for people to document the projects and hacks and things that they're making. It's like a plog. I call them plogs, project blogs. They're looking for well thought out, well documented builds intended for the Pi Zero. Any project submitted to this contest can also be rolled over to the 2016 Hackaday prize, so you can get 2 contests in one. So think of it as getting a head start. Wise. Okay, February 2nd, which is tomorrow. This is why I said this is like the 0th or the -1th video, because we're really starting tomorrow. Lady Ada, me, will make 10 from the Disc Lady Ada videos, okay, broadcast focusing on this contest. During each broadcast, you present an idea for a Pi Zero project. You don't have to build these projects. They're stored ideas to get your wheels turning. So I'll be showing some basics and some fun things that I think you might want to take advantage of. Maybe I'll show how to turn this into an emulator, or how to get your Kali Linux booted up so you could turn it into a pen testing device. All sorts of fun stuff. You can prototype. You don't have to have a Pi Zero to enter. Don't worry. You can prototype with a Pi Model B or a Pi 2 or a compute module, whatever you got. So there's also 10 Pi Zero boards up for grabs before the contest is over. Not this one, because I already licked this one. Well, you're not going to get this one. But we have 10 other fresh ones, untouched. The deadline for winning a Pi Zero is 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, February 25th. The judges will pick the 10 most well thought out and well documented projects on the 29th, because we get one free day this year. The judges will announce the winners of 10 Pi Zero boards. And then the grand prize for this contest will be the one of 3 $100 gift certificates to the Hackaday store, and the deadline to enter is March 14th. So there's basically kind of like a sub-deadline and a deadline. Get your idea up and document it as well as you can by the 25th. You could win one of the 10 Pi Zero boards, and then you have another 3 weeks to finish up your project and submit it for the final contest and win up to a $100 gift certificate to the Hackaday store. So you could win twice.
Okay.
Sweet.
And this contest, so you can check out the Hackaday.io site. You can follow the Adafruit Pi Zero contest. Once you log into your account, you can follow it, and that's pretty much it. We have the Pis here.
And we'll be doing the broadcast live. So if you have any questions, or if you have requests like, hey, can you show how to do this and this project with a Raspberry Pi Zero, suggest it up in the comments. Suggest it to Sophie especially, because she's running the contest. She's doing a great job, and we'll try to do our best to get as much good information out there so that, if you're like, oh, if only I knew how to calculate like Bitcoin hashes on a Raspberry Pi, maybe we can point you in the right direction so that you can build your Pi Zero Bitcoin miner rig, which might not work out, but hey, it's a good project idea.
So here's some of the questions that come in. That's one of the benefits is people can ask questions or say things, and we will be able to answer them.
I love it. I mean, this is why we're doing a live broadcast, so that I can answer questions or at least get you the help you need to win this contest. I want all of you to win.
Live where it's at. Okay. So I might be able to answer some of these as well. So first up, someone wants to make a portable Raspberry Pi, but they don't have a 3D printer. Are there any options? Yes. Want to answer? You want me to answer?
I can answer. Well, first off, a 3D. You don't need a 3D printer to build an enclosure. Remember, you can use any cardboard box. Get crafty. Use wood. Use fabric. The Pi Zero is very slim, so you can use friendly plastic, which is a plastic that is it comes in sheets, and then you can heat up and then mold to create an enclosure. Before 3D printers, we had to make enclosures too. Sometimes we'd use Altoids tins. This would fit in an Altoids tin and give you a little bit of extra room. Maybe that's an idea. Look around the house. The most fun projects are ones that use really cool enclosures. Cigar boxes are awesome. Any boxes around the house you have, packaging. Plastic boxes that are used for toys or honestly for food. Sometimes you can get cool bottles or cases to put your Pi in. So be creative, and you'll get more points for being creative.
Okay. Just to also give some good confirmation, the 3D hub sites and all the places online are great ways to just take your file and have someone locally print.
That's true. Yeah. That's right. There are services also that do it, laser cutting and 3D printing. So if you're really set on you need a very special case, there are often and also join your local makerspace. I mean, there's hundreds of makerspaces.
Good reason to join a tech shop.
Check Tech Shop, Hackerspace, or Makerspace. They have 3D printers. They would love for you to come by and say, hey, I'm doing this contest. Can I take a class? Learn how to use a 3D printer, and maybe it'll be your first 3D printing project.
All right. So how many Pi Zero smartwatches do you think we're going to see?
I want to see a bunch. Maybe we'll show one project with connecting an OLED to a Pi Zero, but it's not going to be super low power. It is a full Linux computer, but absolutely, you could maybe make a miniature Pip-Boy. Maybe you should make a Pip-Boy for your dog. Very small.
Okay. Next question is a Pi Zero better than a Pi 2B for a RetroPie?
It's not going to be as fast as a Pi 2 because a Pi 2 is a quad core and it does run a little bit faster, not only because it's a quad core, but it's also clocked faster, although I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what the speed is. That said, you can do a lot of retro animation on a Pi Zero. It's the same speed as the Pi 1 and the Pi B Plus. It's got the same processor and speed. So you will be able to definitely emulate stuff like Nintendo and even Super Nintendo, and like Atari and Game Gear, and I can tell I'm not very good at the Sega machines, but I'm pretty sure I can do most of the Sega machines as well.
Yeah.
So
And
you can definitely do some RetroPie.
suggested, it's not really a question, but it sounds like a suggestion or an idea that someone
Suggest
could just
away.
take is browser kiosk mode with Pi Zero.
A great idea. That would be really handy. Like, there are a couple different ways to get video display out of a Pi Zero. They have their pros and cons. What can you do with a Pi Zero? You know, having it it can do 1080p. It can display videos you could use as digital signage, or an art box that can display a loop of video over and over again. That's something that you can do with a Raspberry Pi Zero, because it has this graphics acceleration for the television out and the HDMI out.
Okay, and that's it.
Okay, well, we're going to get started tomorrow, so it's just a preview.
Yeah.
But, you know, of course, thank you, Sophie, so much for doing this contest. Everybody who's watching is going to enter. I can't wait to see
Sophia and Adam.
Huh?
Adam as well.
Sorry, and Adam. Sophie and Adam for both winning this contest. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. For everybody who's thinking of ideas, get your drawing pads out and think about what you can do with a very, very cute and small computer. And I think, you know, I can't promise anything, but I think some of the very best projects will get posted on the Raspberry Pi blog, most likely. We'll maybe get Matt Richardson to promote them a little bit.
Yeah, we'll send some emails
We'll
out.
send some emails, and we'll post them on the Adafruit blog, of course, after the contest is over. So get ready. Let's do this thing. Send in suggestions. Come by. We're going to be doing 10 broadcasts live, so we can answer your questions and help you with your project as you enter the contest.
All right, see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye. Kind of like the skull static. It's cool.